Yo, Icon Nation. What it is, man, it's your boy Yerty-G.
It's Nick White. Let's talk some good hunt.
It's JamieDoesHalloween.
And this is another episode of the Toxic Icon Podcast. But tonight, we have a return guest. She is familia over here at Toxic Icon.
That's right.
We have the lovely JamieDoesHalloween.
Jamie!
Hi guys, thanks so much for having me back.
And
I had a blast the first time.
Jamie and Logan met tonight.
What'd you say?
Said Jamie and Logan, y'all met for the first time tonight.
Oh yeah. And we are family. We are 100% family now.
Oh no, we locked in. It's family vibes over here. The JamieDoesHalloween Toxic Icon connection. That's what that is.
I feel like I live in St. Louis by now. Like I feel like I'm there.
That's all it is. You live in St. Louis now.
You got to get some fried rice.
You got to get some fried rice, some emos, and then you got to fly to St. Louis the next time you get on the podcast and be sitting right here at this table with us, because that's got to happen.
100%. We have to make it happen.
So, y'all, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in the haunt world right now.
Yes.
And Yerty, you and Jamie both over the weekend did some Valentines events at two very well-known and respected haunted houses. So,
yes.
Let's hop right into it. Yerty, where did you go this weekend?
So I went to Hillside House of Hell.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, Hillside House of Hell in Glenwood, Iowa.
Shout out Hillside. How was it?
It was unorthodox.
Unorthodox.
And I mean that in terms of it was like an HHN house, the way it was designed. So the house was designed literally to throw you off, to distract you from what's really going on. So the first section, there was 3 sections total.
Okay.
There was like the standard boiler room-ish. There was the clown house, and then there was a schoolhouse. So the first section alone, man, I'm talking about there was so many twists and turns. There was even a room where you actually go into a boiler room like you're in Nightmare on Elm Street, and then you have to duck under things. There's things going on
crazy.
Under you. Like there was literally about 3 or 4 actors in this boiler room.
So from what you're saying, what I'm getting is a very immersive environment.
Yes, it's a very immersive.
But also active.
Yes, there's not a lot of animatronics though. And I like haunted houses like that because haunted houses like that, such as Lynn Brewery, which I used to work at before I came back to darkness, you have to be able to act to work there.
Yeah. Yes. Very actor driven.
Yes.
Yeah.
So was there a certain theme to it, or was it like all just like different like stuff?
So the overall story arc was a mental asylum.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, let me correct myself. An abandoned mental asylum. But the way it was broken up, you can tell they wanted to go with one theme, but maybe the plans changed.
Okay. So mental asylum gone wrong.
Yep.
Overrun by the spirits that didn't make it out. Type of deal.
Correct.
Okay.
Now the clown house, like Larry, I love you, bro. Like we are family since I was 14, but this house this house alone, it made TerrorVisions look like something on Sesame Street.
Bruh, you gonna hear about that?
I probably will hear about it, but
False critic.
It's the truth. That clown house was next level.
Nice.
Well, that's cool. I mean, with the clown house, I mean, everybody really went for the neon, the 3D.
Yeah.
Is that what this house looked like?
Okay, I'll be honest. It actually looked like the first few renditions of TerrorVisions that Larry did. I actually saw some props that Larry used, so I can tell they get props from the same vendor.
Okay, cool.
But it's just the acting, man, and the way it was designed. Once again, it's designed to throw you off,
Right.
and also designed to distract you.
So they're really playing on illusions.
Yes.
So was it 3D or was it like neon or?
No, it was 3D.
Okay.
So with that being said, I mean, you went up there for I think their event was called Cupid's Killer.
Yeah, it was Cupid's Killer Valentines.
how did they incorporate the Valentine's aspect? Was it just the actors, or was it?
So it was how we do the Krampus event. That was just Valentine's decorations all over the place.
Oh, okay.
And then,
cool,
of course, like you can tell when there were new actors because they all say the same thing. Will you be my Valentine? And that's fine or whatever because, us as vets, we don't really want to do special events.
I think
It's so Yerty.
I don't know because I feel like a lot of vets do like to do the special events, but I feel like those of us that don't prefer to do them, we have our own specific reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like my personal specific reasoning is that I feel that it takes away from what the haunted house is originally supposed to be. That original concept, right? Like I feel like special events are all about pushing the boundary. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with pushing the boundary. But at the same time, no special event is gonna give me that feeling that I get when I'm working the haunt on an October weekend.
Exactly. Yep. That's it. I'm just like, okay, I got to do it because there's something beneficial for me to be there that night.
It gives you more practice as an actor.
That's it. Really.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more practice, more interaction with the crowd, and it does push you to improvise because now, what's your character going to do on a Christmas themed event, a Valentine's themed event, right? This isn't October no more. This is February. So bring that same character out, push the boundary a little bit. Now, what can you do with that? That's kind of
That's exactly what it is. And I'm not saying anything Valentine's or Christmassy because everyone inside will be doing the same thing.
So it'll be repetitive.
Yeah.
That's a good, yeah.
And it's no knock on anybody. It's just, it's a first thought.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a first thought. The first thing that comes to your mind. And Jamie, you went to Pennhurst Asylum this weekend.
Did.
What was that experience like? How was that?
So for Pennhurst, they never do off-season haunts. Like they've never done it before. So Valentine's this year was their first time ever trying an off-season haunt. So what they did, which I've done off-season haunts like halfway to Halloween and all of that. And depending on the situation, sometimes actors can't work. Depending on what they have, like if they have a hayride or something like that, like they won't run a full show because they can't get enough actors or they can't because of weather. But Pennhurst said, screw all that. We're holding like all of our haunts open because everything's inside. Every haunt, with a layover. And I didn't know about the staffing until we got there because I'm like, even if they don't have a lot of staff, Pennhurst's history, just how big it is, like it's still cool to go even if they don't have enough actors. So what they did was all three haunts, which is just Pennhurst Asylum, which is like their main building, the morgue, which is like a basement, and then the tunnels, which you go in their tunnels that they have. So with the Valentine's haunt, which was, Valentines made by the staff, whether it was about their character or, friends or family they had coming or just, Valentine's. And then guys that were in like skin suits or like morph suits that looked like Cupid with like blood thrown on them and like all different things. And like throw some strobes, throw some fog. You don't even know what you're looking at. Like it's just scary if someone's running at you. And then they had like a special bar after with Valentine's drinks, music, and then just walking around Pennhurst property because it's haunted. It's just scary as is. So you can spend as much time as you want walking around. But it was really, really fun. And the actors there are always top tier. Like they make it an 18 plus event as well. So they can touch you and like they can, mess with your hat, mess with your hair, all that kinds of stuff. So the actors are always top notch. They killed it. And they had a decent amount of staff too, which made it 10 times better. So yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, sounds like they did it right.
For real.
I'm not saying that
They definitely did it right.
Do it right, you know what I'm saying? But to have a bar, to have music, to make it an extreme event, but also to have something for families to do at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They hit it on the head everywhere. Something for everybody to do.
Mm-hmm.
And for their first special event,
that's big.
That's big. Like that,
big time.
That's huge.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up next year trying Christmas or even this year doing it halfway to Halloween. Because if you're able to have all three haunts, absolutely. Screen break.
Yeah.
Actually,
screen break.
Why don't you try to act, Jamie?
What, doing a screen break event?
No, just as a haunted house actor overall.
You ever thought about it?
I would do it. I always wanted to do my OG haunt that I always did was Fright Fest. And I was like, some of these people look so young. And like, I know you have to be 18, but I'm like, I could do that. But I think I would want to do, if I had to act in a haunt, 100% Pennhurst. It's just so cool being in there and like on that property. So I could do that. I don't know if I'd do spring break, but I would definitely do it during like the haunt season for
Is
sure.
Pennhurst close to where you live?
Pennhurst from me is 45 minutes to an hour, but it's one of those haunts I tell people that I recommend that's like it's 100% worth the drive. Like make a night out of it. It's one of those ones that's worth it 100%.
Dang. See, we all live close to the darkness.
Yeah.
I live Jalen, you
Yeah.
probably live the closest. Yeah, Jalen, you're like 5 minutes away.
7 minutes.
Yeah, Jalen's like 5-7 minutes. I'm about 8 minutes away.
I'm about 15.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah, not far at all.
close. And I mean,
That's
that was
awesome.
with us having the 3 hunts here in the area to work at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always tell people originally I wanted to act at Creepy World. I really
Mm-hmm.
did. But Creepy World is 45 minutes to an hour, definitely an hour with traffic from where I'm at. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not going to work. So
Yeah.
downtown is, 25 minutes regardless. I can get downtown. And so I was able to get down there easily.
Right, and I live downtown, so it just works out.
Mm-hmm. Which one's the original? Like, which one's the oldest out of all of them?
Darkness.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
OG.
Darkness is,
OG.
this is your,
Yeah, it's
this will be
OG.
year 31.
Wow.
It's year 31.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I mean, like,
Gotta go all out.
oh yeah. We got to. Because I think about different ways to just kind of improve my character and things like that all the time. Like, by default, and I said it on an older episode, but by default, I messed up 2 silicone masks because I play a pig outside, but I
Yeah.
messed up 2 masks and I ended up being a rat this season. And I thought that wasn't going to carry, but it did carry. Now I'm trying to figure out what can I do to push that this year. So maybe this weekend I can figure out, some different ways to push that for the Valentine event,
I want to be the doll this weekend.
You're going to be the dog.
Yeah, because I can't see myself being the clown for Valentine's.
That's what I am obviously. I'm a
Yeah, like Jalen's the clown. I was a clown. It's just time for me to try to move away from the clown again.
Yeah. But see, every time you try to move away, you get pulled back.
'cause
Exactly.
It's hard. It is.
See,
You could be a rat. You could be a rat with Nick. You guys can be like the Rat Brothers.
We could.
Hand out-
We could be
hand
the
out little
guys that
sweet
snitched
tarts,
on everybody
little
that got caught up for
candy.
Valentine's Day.
there we go.
Just came
There
with
we go.
something.
I like that.
And I'll just be tagging along too with the yard.
Yeah, bro.
Jalen got sent to kill us because we snitched.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'll be the killer clown.
Jalen's a
How
serial
about
killer.
Yerty, Jalen, and Nick? You guys could all be like 3 blind mice or something. Go as a
There
trio.
we
Do
go.
a trio
Bruh,
costume.
There we go.
Y'all better find a rat mask in the office this weekend when we get there.
We'll see.
That'd be dope, man.
You know what, Jamie? We can make you like a gypsy.
Okay.
That'd be dope.
Throw some
Yeah,
blood on me. Give me some dope face paint, a dope mask.
Yeah,
I'll make a character.
because you already
I'll
have
do it. I'll
enough
run with
hair
it.
to play the role.
I could do it.
So, Jamie,
Be like a mer-
okay, so let's say it's your first weekend ever working in a hunt. And at most hunts, especially, I'm sure like a Pennhurst, I'm not going to speak on it because we've never acted there, but
right.
most professional hunts, when you come in the door as a first year actor, you were kind of given a scene and given a character. Nothing wrong with that, but that's
Right.
just kind of how it rolls. But let's say you have free reign. What is your character? What do you see yourself as in the hunt?
I could see myself being like psycho, murderous ex-girlfriend, something like that. Like, I don't know. I always thought, I'm like, give me a cool mask and like I could change it up. I could throw some blood on it, like some kind of murderous person. I don't know. Because I always said, oh, I could just do a mask because I don't know how I would be acting. And like the mask kind of helps to kind of break the ice of like, you don't have to show your face, but like, give me some cool face paint. I think I could be like some kind of person on a rampage. Definitely not the victim because I feel like I could be more hardcore than that. So I think I could be like some kind of like psycho ex-girlfriend, murderous person. I don't know.
I can see that. Now the next
Throw
question
me in there and
is,
I'll go with anything.
with that character, are you going to want to be more vocal, or are you going to be more dependent on your movement, your energy?
Or do you want something like that makes noise maker too, possibly?
Yeah.
I think dependent on my movement, because it's hard to tell from just being, on Zoom with you guys, but I'm only 5 foot. So I could get low to the ground. I could pop out and you won't see me right away because I'm smaller. So definitely I could depend on my movement and then startle that way. So you won't expect it.
That's dope. Because
That'll work in your favor.
Yeah. And a lot of people feel like you have to be extremely vocal to drop people in the haunted house.
You don't.
Some of my best scares, I never used my voice.
Yeah. I just stood
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, not once. Yeah.
They just look at you like, oh shit. And then they fall.
It's always they see
It's
Nick.
hilarious.
Oh, that big ass pig.
Yeah.
They see
Yeah.
Jalen. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
clown.
he tall as shit.
And me, I'm just walking real slow.
We all got our niche. So Jamie, with that being said, you got to suit up. That's what that means.
Yep.
I know.
You got to
Get me
suit
in there,
up.
guest actor.
Jen
Love
and
it.
Mike, we got a new Darkness actor this season coming up.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
We're flying
look out.
her out. She gonna work in the darkness.
And she gonna be an icon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thousands of people outside. As soon as you come around the corner, cameras on you, just waiting on you to do something.
Yeah. I love
Boy,
it.
I froze in
I
my
love it.
boots that night. I was like, this is what I've been asking for? I was like, shit, man, I don't know.
See, my first night out there, I was cool because like I told you, we were already outside at Limp.
Yeah, it was a little different for you.
I was too a little bit. I mean, I wasn't really nervous because I had you guys out there, so I felt comfortable. It's like, and so I wasn't really. So like, it wasn't like I was by myself. So that's why. So I didn't really feel super nervous because I had you guys and the people. I knew you so.
No, definitely. I mean, like on my first night, it was a September night, so I expected it to be less busy. And then I realized that it was some sort of massive bar crawl going on in Soulard.
Oh my god!
And it looked like
Wow.
the weekend leading up to Halloween outside. And I was like, bruh, this is, I wasn't
That's
expecting
insane.
this.
See, okay, so that's the thing, Jamie. Like, okay, let's just say, conversation's sake, you came to Darkness, you decide you're gonna stay in St. Louis 2 weeks, right?
Right.
You came outside with us, you actually will be good because you'll have us to lean on for one, in case
Right.
you need help, because we all lean on each other.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there'll be nights where I might not be going this hard and I'm just trash, but I just pop in with Nick and Jalen for a little bit and I start to get back in my groove after about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And you can play off each other too. Like if you see someone getting a good scare and someone's really scared, you kind of like, do you guys ever like signal to each other like, yo, Jalen, like get in on this scare, like let's double team and let's scare
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like go in
I'm
on the
always
same
talking to Nick
person.
about that.
Especially because, like, we'll have them two-way radios on, and we got the earpiece, and it's under our mask, so people don't even know.
Yeah.
So you can walk
That's
the
so
line and I'll be
sneaky.
like,
That's perfect.
Jalen, meet me by the front door.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
And then it's like the best advice I can give you, like if you ever do decide to do it, is if you just are having an off night, start making them laugh because that'll give you the boost that you need.
Right.
Yeah.
Like whenever I was having bad nights, me and Willow, shout out Willow D, me and Willow would have these dance battles.
I love it.
And when I say after about 2 or 3 of those, I'm back on it.
Yeah. Like, when in doubt,
Well
just go have a dance battle out in the crowd. Like, do
Yep.
whatever. That's what I do. Like, I know when I'm having a trash night is when I end up standing on the wall too much and, like, away from the crowd, but enough to where they can still see me, and I'm just making eye contact with people and just staring people down the whole time. And then eventually I get bored and I realize that, like, okay, I'm kind of ass tonight. I need to get back out there and do something.
Yeah.
Then I go walk the line and see if I can find somebody and, like, whatever. Then you get that one big scare and you right back in it.
Yeah. Now
You just need that one.
when I'm having a really good night, I'm on the parking lot.
Yeah.
Love it.
They're like, y'all seen Yerty? Then you see me strolling from the parking lot.
When it's a really good night, that's when you like we don't even have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
If it's a really good night, we probably have not talked to
Right,
each other.
we haven't
because
seen
we're-
each other
Yeah.
for like
Too
2
busy.
hours.
We're just like,
Yeah.
just too busy doing our own shit. You know.
Run into Jay,
Yeah.
I'll be like, "You went in the hunt?" He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was inside for like
look.
10 minutes."
Nah, we pull our phone out. It's only 8:30.
Bruh, get ready for that, Jamie. Get ready for that. It's,
I'm ready.
like the coolest thing about working the hunt is that it's like it's a job. It's not a job, right? Like we do it because we love it. But
Right.
there are definitely those nights where it still feels like a job. You like, I do not feel like doing this tonight.
Right, because we're only open until 11. We start at 7. Like I said, you've been going so hard. You pull your phone out because nobody's around at the moment.
You've been going
And it's
in.
only like 8 or 8:30, and you're like, bro.
It's literally been an hour. And you're like, dude, what? It's got to at least be 10 o'clock. Not even
Yeah.
close. Not even close.
So, yeah, that type of stuff happens. So, I do want to see you do it.
I know. I think now that hearing you guys tell your ideas, like my approach is going to be like the laugh approach, but then the scare, like a sour and then sweet. Like get them
Yeah.
to laugh and then like pull a switch and then just scare the crap out of them.
And then the way I see it, because I noticed you have a big enough following on Instagram, like, once they see that you do this now, the following is going to double.
Yeah, you taking it to a whole
Absolutely.
level with that for sure. And speaking
Oh, yeah.
of, because Yerty just brought up your platform, like when did you start your platform, but kind of like what made you want to kick that platform off, and do you have any foreseeable plans with the platform?
So I started my platform last May.
Okay.
So coming up on a year almost. I just do so many like horror and haunt events like all the time. Like I'm the kind of person that's like, doesn't matter the season. If I can find something, a convention, an off-season event, something to go to, I just want to share it and I want to talk about it. And I just wanted a space to where I could just share anything, anytime, a place to just dump all my photos, all my videos for like other people that enjoy it too. And then future plans, I definitely want to get more into TikTok with it, sharing more stuff on there.
Yeah.
Because Instagram gives you a space to put stuff, but I just want to post some longer things sometimes. Like as I go to more events and more conventions, just, create more videos based on it. That could even involve YouTube. I would even try YouTube. I'm a little bit more familiar with TikTok, so I would probably start there, video creation there and then move to YouTube. So definitely plans for that because I definitely want to travel more, for other haunt events.
Yeah.
So I think I would grow as far as like, video creation as well, for sure.
I definitely say YouTube because I was able to live through short productions before I actually went to my first HHN event.
Yeah.
And then 360 attractions.
Yeah, theme park review, attractions 360, all of them. Yeah, I was able to live through them too.
Even just Grim Life Collective. Like I love that they do other haunt based stuff, meeting people, checking out locations, which also I would try to do. Like there's some haunt locations I would want to visit, filming destinations. But even like their kind of side of YouTube where like they're kind of like what I do. Like you just share anything horror, haunt related, even if it's not going to a theme park or a certain haunted house. So,
Right.
yeah.
And I just watched a podcast with Grim Life last week. They did an episode with Talks from the Crypt. Shout out Talks from the Crypt. They talked about how they used to live in Orlando, and if you go back and do like a Grim Life binge, there's a short period where it was just theme park videos. And I'm not sure if they really said if they liked those videos or not, but I loved those because I was able to live through them at like the Mickey's Not So Scary, the Halloween Horror Nights, the Hallow Scream, all that stuff. I was able to live through that because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I really that's what I thought.
Yeah,
And
especially like for me that has yet to go to Hollywood, like them filming stuff in Hollywood, whether it's Knott's, whether it's Magic Mountains Fright Fest, whether it's Horror Nights, like it's just cool to see, even if you can't make it, like, oh, I'd love to see what they did there or what I missed at that haunt. So really cool to see.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like being there though.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because like
Nothing
so
like
we
being
were all
there.
supposed to go to HHN as a group for the first time back in 2020. And of course, it got canceled.
Right.
So they ended up not going. I still went, so I got to experience the Beetlejuice,
The HHN light or whatever they called
that's
it.
what it was. Yeah, it was a Beetlejuice, Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, and also Frankenstein's Bride.
Yes.
It was actually hard to do all three because you had to get a virtual queue time in the app.
Right.
And I got lucky enough to get all three.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I've been to a couple HHNs before we all went together.
And that first time we all went together was
It was crazy.
crazy. Memorable.
Yeah.
Crazy. One of the best trips I ever been on, honestly. But
Was that 29 or 30? What was the
that
first
was
one for you guys?
31.
It was
that was
30.
31.
That was 31 collectively as a group. 31.
Right.
I would have loved to have gone to 29 though, or maybe it was 28 for the Poltergeist house. I would have loved to have been there for that.
Okay.
And speaking of HHN, man, we can run into this real fast. Ghostbusters. I want to start there. Like Ghostbusters, the rumor about Ghostbusters. What do you all think? It looks like it's lining up to be a thing. What do you all think?
I don't want it.
I think it just depends on what to me what Ghostbusters are they exactly going to pull it from. So is it going to be more focused towards the original or towards more of the newer ones? And I think to me that will play a factor in how well I think it will do, because it's more towards the comedic side, kind of.
Yeah, that's why I don't want it.
It's definitely the comedy house.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they wouldn't for this time. Like, maybe it would take a more serious route. Like, if they combined the other movies that they've made, like whether it was last year or 2 years ago, those other ones that featured some of the original actors. But I also wonder if it would just be fully based on the new movie, which is, I think it's Frozen Empire, it's called.
Yeah,
Frozen
And
Empire,
that with the new villains, the new characters. I kind of agree with Yerrty. I don't really need to see it. I just think nothing negative to it, but I just think there's stuff I want to see more, and you can't have every single new movie that's going to be out. I just think there's stuff I'd rather see as opposed to
that's exactly why. Nothing negative. I want to see other stuff, and I want to see scarier stuff.
Yeah.
I would say we can make this a 4 out of 4 because I agree with y'all. It's nothing negative. What was Ghostbusters? Was that HHN 29, I think? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or it was 28.
And it was a hit. And that's great. But at the same time, while we are trying to push for this comedic Ghostbusters house, this could be the Terrifier that everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? This could be the Nightmare on Elm Street, but this is a property that if they get it, definitely going to be bi-coastal. Going to be at both.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Personally, I would rather not. I feel like that's a little too family friendly for me, personally. But it is what.
Because the newer movies have been more comedic too.
Yeah,
definitely. The OG's comedic, but this one is definitely more
over the top,
family friendly comedy kind of thing.
Yeah, as Louis would say, trash. Shout out Moneybag Lou, by the way. Makes us look and sound good every week.
Every week. In terms of the rumors, I mean, we got Ghostbusters out the way, but how are y'all feeling about anything else? There's anything else that we've seen that's maybe, struck a nerve with you? Anything? We got about 10 minutes left. Let's hop into it. Let's talk about it.
Beetlejuice 2. Would they bring back Beetlejuice? Because, like Yerrty was saying, it was a part of the HHN light. It all depends on, what this movie entails, but if it hits all the notches of the OG Beetlejuice or it brings more horror, it is coming out around when HHN is going to be starting, just how Exorcist did.
September, I think, 24th or 6th?
24th, 22nd, around the end of September.
Yeah, which that's prime first couple of weeks of HHN right there. So
I don't see Beetlejuice.
No?
Only reason I don't see it is because the hype is there, obviously, just for the movie alone. But after the success of last year, I believe that they're going to focus on making things more scary again.
I would sacrifice
Pushing
not
for the
having
Fear Street
Beetlejuice.
House, hopefully.
Yeah, like I said, I like Beetlejuice, but as you said, I would definitely sacrifice not having
Absolutely.
Beetlejuice for a scarier house, especially if it's a good original house.
That's true.
So
I also,
go ahead, Jamie. My bad. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I also would kill to see Beetlejuice not 12 feet off the ground and no plexiglass. I feel like it deserves to have a house again, even if you just redo the OG without the plexiglass and everything. Like it deserves a non-COVID version, 100%.
Yeah, that plexiglass, I didn't like that at all because
It ruined the scares.
It takes away from the aesthetic.
yeah, and then like you saw everybody in the Tooth Fairy house just doing this. That's exactly what happened.
This is kind of my thought about Beetlejuice. Do I want Beetlejuice at the event? No. Do I see Beetlejuice at the event this year? Yes, I do. I see it because Beetlejuice is way too popular. It's way too popular of a property, and it did so well the last time they did it that, like, they know that they would have this in the bag. HHN would have this in the bag. It would be a for sure. I could definitely see it happening. I don't necessarily want it. I think, once again, that really kind of goes back into the family-friendly, more entertaining. We're not trying to scare you as much, but we want you to be immersed by this elaborate maze that we put together kind of vibe. And that's cool. But at the same time, I do see it. I do see it happening.
I had Gremlins on my wish list.
I've heard that's been a lot of people's. Isn't that an anniversary this year?
So, okay, it was on my wish list until we got beat over the head with Chucky last year.
We did.
Because I believe that if they do Gremlins, they're gonna do the exact same thing. A bunch of animatronics, and all the real people are gonna be victims. I don't want to see that again.
Yeah.
It could easily go wrong.
Yeah,
It could easily be ruined
because
as a house.
a lot of people were disappointed by Chucky last year.
I still liked it, but definitely could have been way better. Way better.
I don't know. I just believe that with Chucky, they just knew that it was going to be such a success. They didn't really take time to go back and rethink, okay, maybe we should add this or take this out or just reinvent the whole idea.
Yeah. I agree. I think Chucky had potential to be a whole lot better than what it was.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
The drink was good, though.
See, I don't even think they really had. I mean, I'm sure they did out there in Hollywood, but I didn't personally see any specialty drinks and things like that on Chucky.
I had that Heart of Don Bala.
I saw food for sure. I didn't see any.
I had the Heart of Don Bala and I was floating.
There's nothing at this point in spec season. There's nothing that I really feel 100% sure on that we know we'll get other than Five Nights. But one thing that I want to feel for sure on, and I hope that it heightens up as we get along, move on through the year, is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
I would love for that to be the big IP icon this year.
See, I think it's either got to be Dream Warriors or Freddy's Greatest Hits.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors are so good.
That's my favorite one.
If
Even
they could
though-
do it off
Me too.
Dream
That one is
Warriors,
too.
I think we'd be in business, honestly.
Yeah.
The Scream rumors have chilled out.
I'm
we
definitely
ain't getting
pushing
that.
forward to like rumors. Fear Street, Jamie. I know you like that too. I would love a Fear Street.
Oh, yeah.
release. I would love.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I would love it. I think we need to know the date because I think they started filming for the newer movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
But if we get a date or we find out, even just a hint that says like there's going to be a trilogy or something of that sort, my mind's going to go right to Fear Street. Like they don't even need the other movie out. Just do the first three and get to that in a future year. But
Definitely.
I'm hoping for that.
Oh.
I don't know if it would be the main thing, but
Yeah, I mean, because they could do so
I could
much
say
with
it. They really could.
whole
And it would
lot.
definitely be in a show building for sure.
Yeah.
Not in a tent.
So I heard that they're getting rid of tents completely and moving on to actual warehouses.
I didn't hear that rumor, but I do think that in that tent space, they could build up from there. Like at least where the tents are located. Like if you think back to where Men in Black is and that tent that they used for like Scary Ohio, I think that's where Oddfellows was last year. Like, that's plenty of space to have a warehouse. So I wouldn't blame them if they did that. They could definitely do more with it if they did it in a warehouse as like opposed to a tent. Even though when you go in the tents, you know, you don't even feel like you're in a tent.
No.
Yeah.
But
That was probably one of my biggest critiques about Hollywood was that Hollywood was all sound stages except for two houses, Monsters and Chucky.
Yeah.
Both of them were intense, and I feel like if they would have gone the sound stage route with those, it would have been a whole lot better. Holidays in Hell was also in a tent, but they murdered that. That one was great.
No pun.
That was good.
But I feel like warehouse might be the move. Warehouse soundstage. I don't know. I prefer the HHN soundstage houses. It's just a little more concrete.
100%.
I don't know.
Just give me 9 originals and 1 IP.
You're putting a lot of work on that design team. They can pull it off though.
I feel like it'll be dope.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, eventually they're probably going to move away from IPs. Or it's going to be nothing more than 2 or 3.
2 or 3 or more. I mean, I'd be cool with the originals heavy year.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Me
cool.
too.
I'd be cool with that.
That's gonna be the slasher HHN we talked about.
Oh, we need it. I think that would be awesome.
I feel like
Absolutely.
that slasher HHN year that we talked about is definitely going to be an anniversary year. And I don't know.
35.
35
I
or
can
40.
see 35. Yeah. I'd rather
Fingers
see
crossed for
35 than 40.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not gonna wait until 50 to do it.
No, they would have to do it beforehand.
It's definitely 35 and then 40.
Yeah.
40 is gonna be next level though.
Oh yeah. 40 is gonna be crazy.
40, they're bringing out the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos.
I don't know, man. It's definitely heating up the further we get into it. I want to shout out a couple of other haunts right now that are doing some really cool stuff. Shout out to our friends at Dark Corner Haunted House, Reno, Nevada. Shout out Fear Factory, Salt Lake City, Utah. Shout out Fear Factory. Shout out Sir Henry's Haunted Trail down there. And is that in between Orlando and Tampa down in there in that way? We've been networking with them a little bit. Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the haunts, really, man, putting on these seasonal events. And to quickly close out, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Shout out to Mike and Jen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike
Shout
and
out
Jen.
Mike and Jen.
The parents.
What are some holidays you would like to see pulled off for special events at haunted houses that they haven't done?
4th of July.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Okay,
That's a given.
That's a great one.
After seeing the movie Thanksgiving, like, now it's like I can visualize it more. Like, you can go with the ovens, you can go with like having people served on platters, like all types of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I'll be honest, and I know a lot of people would be hot about this one, but Easter,
Yeah. I would love that.
they could do something with Easter. When we went through Holidays
Killer
in Hell,
Bunny.
they had that Easter scene. Oh man, they could do it. I could see a whole event just themed off of Easter.
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day would be dope. Leprechaun,
Yes.
any of that kind of stuff. That'd be crazy.
I see a little
And then
bit,
Yerty's
bro. I'm
Yerty's trying to have people on the barbecue for the 4th of July
Yep. I'm telling
on
you.
skewers.
I'm telling you.
That's the day Yerty eats meat again. Oh man. Well, it was a good episode. Y'all have fun.
Yes, this was. Jamie, just
Very
fly to
fun.
St. Louis this weekend.
I know. I'm coming to St. Louis right now. My bags are packed.
Fly out, suit up, you get ready to act with us down
Yeah.
at the darkness.
We
Yeah,
got
get
you
me
an
crawling on
Airbnb
the ground.
downtown.
Absolutely.
Guys, as always, this was amazing. Please
episode.
like, comment, subscribe, tell your granny, your goldfish, your neighbor, everybody. So the
Tell your
algorithm.
friends to tell their friends.
Yes, and please follow, like, comment, and subscribe to Jamie Does Halloween as well.
Definitely. Run it up over there. Cool stuff coming from the East Coast hunt scene.
Yes, once again, my name is Yerrty-G.
Nick White.
Jalen Talley.
And of course, the Halloween queen, Jamie Does Halloween. And as always,
Thanks for having me again.
For being on.
yes. And as always, guys, stay toxic.
Little money. 1, 2, I'm Yerrty-G and